baby seat. They intend to do taxi?
No. It's for a specific driver. Actually, this one is for specific driver.
I thought they were going to do taxi here.
No.
Actually, my first time seeing the inside.
Mesinnya Chevrolet, chassisnya tubular, bodinya doang Supra. Karena disponsori sama Toyota katanya.
This one is cool. So you have the Neotech brakes, front and rear, Neotech suspension. Brand new logo. So clean. Brand new. You see the competitor?
Bos-bos kesini semuanya pembalap. Jadi mereka datang kesini pakai mobil balap semua. Datang kerjanya pakai mobil balap. Kayak ini Hyundai, nggak tahu lagi Hyundai apa. Gitulah. Oh, even mobil istrinya si Big Boss dia pakai GLE.
Oh, it's the hot coffee, better, right? So in this Neotech, right, we have 3 main teams. Okay, we have team 1, team 2, and team 3. Team 1 is this team, machining. Because Neotech started as a machining company. We are an engineering company.
하는 대로 하면 돼.
그냥 저는 뭐 이것만 하면 돼요.
habis
Tanya.
dicat kalipernya. Kan dalamnya pistonnya nggak boleh kena cat. Dia tutupin pakai alat yang ada.
중간중간 설명을 해줄 거라서. So you have to tell them this is a two-piece. But
Okay.
because we for the paint we already assembled.
share with them.
It was half. 이거 반 깔라져 있는 거구나. 이런 거 보여줘. This is after machining, and then this is anodized. So it's a half forged brake caliper. So we assemble like this. And then after paint, but this is anodized, so you don't need to assemble and after paint because it's very thin. And then
the monoblock and
two-piece.
So it's just 2 pieces and monoblock, that's the only thing.
Monoblock is just like
One-
a one
one
piece. So
Cannot be
normally do the
separated.
casting or forged, but forged monoblock is very expensive.
It's really a big, so yesterday you saw the blocks, right?
Big.
They have to really machine off from the block. But if it's a 2 piece, we just machine separate and combine.
We don't do the casting monoblock because it's maybe it's easy to break.
Right.
Yeah. Especially like this. This is a casting monoblock. It can happen like this. Yeah.
Ah, cast material.
It's not ours. Yeah. It's a kind of
Maybe fake.
maybe fake brand. This is a fake brand. So it's cheap Chinese casting monoblock is under $1,000. This happened like this.
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Habis dicat, ditembakkan kompresor semua dan dalamnya semua bersihkok.
So the reason he's spraying all this is because coming back from the paint job, he wants to make sure that there's no debris inside to clear. Because why? Where he's blowing is where all the brake fluid goes.
Spray ini.
Basically, the whole purpose about doing that is just to clear off any chance of debris inside. So these are pistons.
Pistons.
Yeah. It's steel piston.
So let you have a feel of the piston weight. This is one thing I learned from my manager as well during emotion. The reason why we have heavier pistons, this is for you to know, I actually shared with the boss. The reason we have heavier pistons is to make sure that there's no juggling sound.
There's no what?
No sound. Sometimes sounds can happen because the pistons are too light. That's the reason.
Usually, what sound? If it's too light, what's the sound like?
Sounds like, you know, the sound is a vibration.
A vibration
Yeah,
sound.
vibration sound is like rattling.
Rattling, yeah.
Rubber seal? What is this? Rubber seal?
Rubber boots. This is a boot to prevent the dust inside the piston.
So when it pushes out, it's only one way. Yeah. And then next?
Piston seal. This is a piston seal.
Piston seal. So not every brand have double seal. Some brands don't have double seal. Race cars usually don't have any seal.
Don't have any seal.
Because they don't care. Lubricating it.
조립에 있는데 윤활 역할.
Assembly oil. Assembly oil. So only for the assembly.
여기 안에 이제 홈 같은 거.
We push it inside. There is a slot for
You
the
can take a sample
seal.
to show you. When they machine a slot inside here. He's putting it inside. Correct.
That's a for seal.
This was my first lesson when I first joined. So even for Malaysia, recently we have been talking about having an overhaul center in Malaysia. And if they were to have an overhaul center in Malaysia, these are some of the expendable items that we will provide. All the seals, the pistons, some of the crush washer that you see. So you get it from some of the distributors in Indonesia. They are authorized distributor for Brembo. Let's see how fast he does.
20
Newton.
20 Newton.
타고 와나요? 이게 차이 둘 다.
20 Newton.
차이 어떻게 나요?
이걸로 하면은 수치
I don't know. Is this a custom?
Custom made. Yeah, for this. So we are not gonna talk right now.
Needle screw.
Makanya kuncinya harus ditorsi 20 Newton itu ya. Harus 20 Newton.
Harus 20 Newton.
Kalau nggak bocor.
Nah ini dia lagi mau kasih dulu.
Let's see the leak test.
Leak test. Mau ke sini nggak? Apa juga ada?
Ini jelas.
So like we that's the 6, so we have to change to a 4-piece front. I will show you how do you determine if it's a 4-piece or 4-piece exclusive later on. We have an EX. Our EX has a bigger piston.
Ini pressure turun ya.
It's going down rapidly without torque. 청타. 저 택배에 있는 데 있더라고요.
So it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be whole constant. What is our guidelines? How many can drop how much?
몇 초 있어야 돼?
5초 동안 똑같은
At least 5 seconds.
You must hold for at least 5 seconds.
So it should be stable for 5 seconds.
Because it's high pressure. 그래서 이제 토크하고 이 상태에서 토크할 수 있지 않나?
Jadi kalau dia pressure-nya benar, ini nggak turun-turun ya. So did you torque it already?
Yeah.
20 Newton.
Actually, how much? Okay, right? Don't need to do again.
Can you do one again?
Actually, how much?
토크 하는
Sorry,
거.
sorry.
토크.
풀지 말고 그냥
No, just pressure up. Okay, right? Just pressure it up again.
거기서 그냥 토크 하는 것만 보여주면 돼.
Torque it. So we don't really need the test machine. What we need is the 20 Newton to make sure every time when we install.
AS Center have
Yeah.
our AS. Oh yeah. Yesterday I saw our after sales center in Seoul and everything. We provide the leak test machine.
After overhaul, you have to check leak test.
Still,
Yeah.
okay. Even though you talk it right.
Yeah. Correct. Those are already checked before we package.
Jadi tujuannya ada di sini nih justru.
So whatever that is being boxed up, it's already checked.
Kuncinya bikin. 빠르게 하면 돼. 어제 뭐냐? So we have two type of pad, the normal and the sports pad.
For 6P, we're gonna have race soon. Development and test from the factory director.
헤드킹 한 개 먼저 꽂고
So these are things that are also expandable as well.
올려가지고 끼우면 돼요. 이거 세워서
What is it? Pad pin, right? We call it.
Pad pin and the
Pad
pad
pin.
spring installed. You know, this was just a straight tool.
They hammer it like
Hammered all the time, so it's a Neotech sticker.
So this is fine lah. We will leave that part on sticker part. Is he gonna do the assembly of this?
이거 설명드려야 될 것 같아요.
What is this for? This is an indicator. When the pad is almost finished, then they hit this indicator. They're making noise, like a sound. So this is the indicator. Some pads normally the other brand doesn't have. Yeah, because 이유가 소음 아니면 뭐 이런 거.
일단은 이게 저희가 가지고 있어도 좀 돼가지고 약간 이유도 모르고 일단 그냥 오늘
Because it's old one. It's an old one. 이거 오래된 거죠? 몇 년 됐죠? This is very old one. Only 537.
Yeah,
지금 몇
serial
번이에요,
number.
우리?
Neo.
반조. And the semi-floating.
Semi-floating is where we have an additional washer.
So this is a forged aluminum housing and steel.
Still for this.
Front is.
So what is he doing now? Assembling.
Assembling the housing.
Assembling now.
Just to show you how they assemble it. This is assembling of semi-floating.
Emang kita perlu tahu ini.
Kalau full floating dia ngambang, dia nggak nyambung
It's
sama
assembled but
disc
it still can be moved.
Iya. Jadi kalau disc brake-nya panas, biasanya nggak panas.
Jadi kita perlu tahu ini karena kita servis juga.
Kita servis juga cuma dua aja sih nggak.
Berarti yang rusak. So usually what is breaking after long use?
What is breaking?
What
I mean
is
spoil.
the parts usually you need to replace.
So usually for overhaul in Korea, what happens is that the outer rings are usually used up.
Okay.
Because there's a fixed thickness that we allow. So when they are overused, the positive thing about brake kits is that you only need to replace the outer ring.
The outer ring.
But for Korea and usually everywhere, when they just replace the outer ring, all these pins, we change them out.
Change to new one.
Because all these has like crush washers or whatever below, one-time use. All these pins and all the screws, they're all one-time use.
So whenever they decide to, I want to
The moment they disassemble it, all this we change it.
change. Yeah.
So these are L17 pins These are L13 pins, length. So L13 for what?
For Neo.
For new disc, L13.
Neo.
This is for the new disc.
And the semi-pro.
L17 semi-floating because extra washer. Not side.
Look at them. Ciao.
Soalnya nggak perlu lebayin.
Iya. Torsi.
Top down.
What is the top?
밀리미터?
18N.
18 Newton.
Jadi di torsi 18 Nm kalau di spring. Kalau kalipernya tadi yang buat line-nya 20 Nm torsinya.
This is a test.
너무 높게 나오는데?
이건 DTV 바닥.
좀 높게 나오는 것 같아서.
그건 딴 거 해요. 딴 거 이걸로 그냥 교체해갖고 이거 어차피 이거 할 거잖아.
그거는 안 돌리긴 한데 그냥 뭐 테스트 삼아 돌려도 상관은 없어.
어디 다 된 거만.
Iya, surface ya. Jadi nggak bakal geter, nggak. Iya.
So this is
Karena yang penting
they call it
display.
a run out test. So after they do run out for QC wise, they actually file it up on the system. Who did the run out test, and then it will be marked with the serial number. These are all serialized by bank.
So there has been a lot of requests for mitsubishi.
I know. Vietnam or not?
Yeah.
Southeast Asia car.
So do you produce for that car?
이거 테스트.
We don't have that.
Oh, the test.
So if you have a requirement
이거 밸런스
for
테스트.
fender, the next
So
This is for balance.
balance, yeah.
So there's no wobble or.
no
wobble, no vibration.
And we will scan for brakes and
I have a lot of problem in Indonesia. The brakes are wobble, vibrate, and everything. Oh, diputar. Kita.
It's okay. If it's not okay, then they're gonna do the machining
Oh,
right away. It's a little bit chopping off. Okay. Test again
make it flat.
until it's okay.
so everybody in the office, like I said, they do different things. Usually they just do what they do every day.
So have to explain. Can't be smart. Yeah, you can see this line.
Yes.
This is not defective because we tested.
Oh.
That means we tested. So it's a good thing. If we don't have this, that means they forgot to test. So this is important.
Jadi kalau kita nanti pas BBK-nya mau pasang ada garisnya,
Because Ronald
bukan bekas atau bukan ini
you can
cacat.
see the line.
Tapi ini alat
Right
yang
after you once breaks, then they's gonna
Do you explain this on the manual instruction?
manual instruction, and then the customer we call this is a Ronald test mark.
No.
So that means we test it, and then after they just break once, then
coating.
this, that coating is gonna remove. Then it's, you can't see anymore.
Round out test mark.
Share more of this information. The reason, one of the main thing the boss wants is that for this whole time that we are here, to understand how we do certain things, that when you got back at 7-Up, the sales ability on how the products are being made can be shared with the end users.
Yeah. So once we got home, our job is to
Share.
share to our team members,
Right.
so they
How
also
they can
know
sell
what
better.
we know.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we can share the 100% that we have right now,
Nice.
but usually, at least, so that's why I asked for, do you have those on writtens? So whenever I see those writings, oh, I remember this is what we need to
Right.
explain to our team, and then they can explain to customers whenever they get things. Because we also have not, if installing on retail shop, it's easy, we can install, explain to them instantly. But when we send this to our dealers, there will
you
be
have to
questions.
explain. There's a lot of questions. Always.
Our questions,
So maybe
because dealers expect.
Currently we do it this way. The next time, if maybe after 2 or 3 trips later, we can actually have a team of guys from our side that actually you can engage your dealers, so that our team can engage your dealers as well. Then at that time, some things that were missed out from your end, we can give them as a refresher. Right? Because the last time that I was in Indonesia, in Vietnam, we actually presented to both customers and the Vietnamese dealers.
Yeah.
So our distributor engaged all of them for lunch, and then we did a presentation. So these are things that can be arranged in Indonesia as the days come.
Kayak audience kemarin tuh yang
So for the
silakan datang
expander
dulu
wise,
ya,
I will
jelasin.
be very interested for Indonesia, because Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia, this is a common car. And I do want to have that car in my application. So my next trip to Indonesia, if you can plan for an expander, plus those Subaru cars that we request, it will be good. Not exactly attached per se.
Okay.
That will prevent better heat dissipation and even heat dissipation. Now, when you do things like that, what happens is that because it's not fully connected, it will rattle. When it's not locked up, it will rattle. And that is something that cannot be evaded from. Alright? So we develop extra things like that to clamp it to minimize rattle. This is a spring, but sometimes we also call it an anti-rattle spring.
Anti-rattle spring.
Anti-rattle.
Yeah.
Prevent it from rattling.
Because the full coating is
Separated.
it's now separated between the disc and the
And the
housing.
housing ya.
So it must be
A bit of sound.
some rattling. Even with this spring, there will
feel.
is a little bit of rattling.
And this is the most expensive for this and the full floating. Why? Because the full floating housing, empty housing before that, do we have any? That one is a full floating housing. It's because there's
It's
a
an
lot more
Alcon.
Huh?
It's an Alcon.
It's an Alcon. Probably they do it for R&D. I thought there are many brands lying around one.
Alcon disc, full Alcon disc. After floating. This is for today's customer. floating concept. 차 뭐였지?
스팅어요.
스팅어.
G70.
G70죠. G70.
That kind of car.
G70.
for G70.
Stinger in restock.
But today is for G70. Same car.
G70.
The front and the rear is the same.
Same.
We can go to the R&D center for a while, and then we will break for lunch. R&D center, then we break for lunch. Brakes are usually quite easy stuff. It's not that too many components. When it goes to suspension, there are really a lot of components. Nice. I will buy it. I'm waiting for them to launch. I will be the test sample. Is this for the G70 as well?
This one, rear.
This is the 6 piston. This is the 4 piston rear for the disc today. 355 disc, 32 mm thick, 34 mm thick, Type R. probably machining inside. They are probably slotting the disc now. He's probably slotting the disc, I think. He's slotting the disc now. I think.
뭐 하는 거예요? 네? 스매팅 하는 거예요?
And then go. So he's coming from the raw material. This is when it's raw. They are starting to groove it for the PCB and the bell housing. So he's following a drawing that is listed here. So he received his print out and he will start machining it. Is he machining? Mahal gitu.
Asik juga kantornya.
Ini meetingnya tadi.
Hah?
Everyone is busy for the festival now, so we are very
The Sunday
not
festival. So good. It already looks really clean.
cleaner when
He's the head of
he's the
sales.
head of his office.
Yeah, we met yesterday. No?
So we have a lot of snacks.
Iya.
Oke aja sebenarnya.
Iya, poles aja.
Poles menjilat gitu doang.
Kayak di tempat food kantin ya, di itu kafe.
Iya. Belum. Ini pialanya yang juara 1, juara 2, juara 3.
Something money cannot buy.
Ya. Buat hari Minggu acaranya.
Why we started this was because when I was at SEMA, I realized that there are people in the US that they are actually trophy hunters. So they go for events and shows to collect trophies. So we want that in future from our motor festival, we will have specific trophy they can keep. So every time people drink and they start standing here to see.
We always just sit here.
Because it's too smelly and loud, so here is good. Here you got the perfect view.
Oh, this is VIP.
Oh, for VIP.
Of Korea. All the flags are ready. It's super fast.
160 kilometers.
This bike can do burnout.
That's modified because we're using inside the facility.
How heavy is the spring?
Spring rate, dyno.
Dyno. So all these are very old actually. They don't spoil, but we bought new ones. That is apparently today I checked is still in Singapore streets. So I think it's a bit delayed. But this is a spring rate dyno. Sorry? This I don't know. Okay. This I don't know. So we keep a lot of metals for different cars when we develop for brakes. Correct. Big. I can't bring it to Indonesia. This is what we bought. Even more expensive because it's smaller. So we can travel in Indonesia in just one bag.
This is called 3D scanner.
3D scanner. It's really high precision.
Portable 3D scanner is. That's why it's expensive.
Non-portable is cheaper. So the guys at R&D will always be on screens like that, which I don't understand. I don't want to know.
I can see that it's just drawing and numbers.
So they are also very specific in R&D. There are guys who are very specific to just the brakes. There are guys who are very specific to just the CHU.
Oh, it's got scanned now already.
This one.
Okay.
It's military grade.
He will likely
Big truck.
Yeah, big truck like a military Humvee.
Recently, I asked
So
him
why do you need to
photos.
scan this for? You want to? What is your objective?
It's like a reverse engineering.
Okay.
After scanning, we have to remake again.
Okay.
So we know like what it can do is that it will be able to plot different points to know like if we were to redesign certain things, how do we get the points right? Bushing needs to be placed, what is the head height and things like that. So Jiang is not around today at all.
So 오늘
Oh, today and tomorrow.
today and tomorrow.
I saw him this morning, right?
No.
So
Today CTO's okay.
So tomorrow we will do measurements and stuff like that with the R&D. They will be engaging you.
You should be on screen. YouTube.
So this
Important
guy
line.
will be very good on brakes. You look at him designing the brakes, he will do the suspension and stuff like that.
What are you doing now?
He's
Is this
checking the 3D scanning of probably
3D
the
scanning?
knuckle.
Okay.
Is this the knuckle? Ito knuckle mother.
Okay.
Knuckle. So he probably get the knuckle and get some points and stuff like that. So everybody will do.
housing and
It's probably whatever he's doing. He will have to extend the cylinder, calculate the rod and things like that.